everyone, it's Sharonda from Payorwait, and today I'm going to be reviewing The Night Agent, which is currently streaming on the Netflix platform. This series stars Gabriel Basso, Luciani Buchanan, and Hong Chow, as this series centers around a low-level FBI agent by the name of Peter Sutherland, who works in the basement of the White House, manning a phone that never rings until it does, propelling him into a conspiracy that leads all the way to the Oval Office. So for those of you who are new to my channel, welcome, hello, so glad you came, I hope you stay. I'll tell you what I liked about the series, what I didn't like about the series, and is it worth your time or not binging The Night Agent on Netflix? So going into what I actually enjoyed about this series, one of the things that The Night Agent does a very great job of is getting his audience engaged in the story from episode 1. You've heard me say it a million times, with so many TV series on streaming, so many different streaming platforms, there's too much content. So you really only have about an episode or two to actually hook your audience that makes them want to binge the entire series. But what The Night Agent gets right is that it finds a way to get the audience invested, but to also, as you're trying to figure out who the main suspect is, there's always a new person or there's a new piece of evidence that kind of, is presented towards the end of the episode. I see what y'all trying to do, give us a little cliffhanger so we keep hitting episode after episode, and then it's 3 o'clock in the morning and I've binged all 10 episodes of The Night Agent. I see what y'all was trying to do when you were successful at it, okay? But I think that's what a series should do. If you want people to actually binge your shows, you have to find a way to get the audience hooked from the very beginning. And I think that's what they do a very great job of in The Night Agent. Now, also, too, there's some pretty great storylines and some good performances. Hong Chow is absolutely amazing as Diane Farr. I'm scared of her. The whole time I was just like, should I trust you? Should I not trust you? But there's a level of nuance that Hong Chow brings to the character of Diane, which I could see some people maybe critiquing this character, saying that it felt like she was kind of playing a parody of a typical person, and that's a chief of staff in the White House, like how they would actually handle situations. I could kind of see that critique, but I think Hong Chow actually deals with it, has a very nuanced performance with Diane that kind of makes you go back and forth on if you want to trust this person. Because to be honest, in The Night Agent, everybody is a suspect. Everyone is a suspect. And I think they do a very great job of that as you get to learn more about some of the characters' backstories. There's a great backstory with Peter Sutherland, played by Gabriel. There's a great backstory that leads into kind of how his relationship with some of the family members and kind of what happened in their career, how that's led Peter to where we find him in this series, but also too, it gives us deeper insight into why Peter makes the decisions that he does. Also too, with Luciani's portrayal of Rose, which I will say, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, Rose might get on your nerves a couple of times. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, Rose, I'm rooting for you, but there's some things that Rose does, and I know Rose, she not no FBI agent. She not a part of government conspiracy. She's just trying to start her business. But I like kind of that balance between Peter and Rose, kind of showing both sides. If you're somebody watching, like, I mean, if I was Rose, I'd probably be dead at this point, but happy that she's paired with Peter. I do like their dynamic between one another. Now, there's other characters that are introduced. There's some good backstories with Fola Evans Akimbola, who plays Chelsea, who is a Secret Service agent, and also to W.B. Woodside, who plays Eric, both Secret Service agents. And I really loved how their characters are introduced. But also, too, it's just really nice to see more people of color. There's actually a lot of people of color in this series, which when you're talking about government conspiracies, when you're talking about people who are in positions of power in the government, you don't get to see this much representation in front of the camera. So I do want to give them kudos to that. But I like the work dynamics we see between Chelsea and Eric. You see this like contrast between two different Secret Service agents who came in at two different times, who have two different purposes and backstories. It's nice to kind of watch their characters and understand their backstories as they're kind of thrown into this conspiracy as well. We do have our two baddies of the series, played by Eve Harlow, who plays Ellen, and then Phoenix Wright, who plays Dale, who you may remember from Clickbait, another series. If you have not watched Clickbait, go watch it. But I like their characters as assassins who might be lovers who might be trying to, let's see if the grass is greener on the non-assassin side. I like where they go with their characters. But I do have issues. I felt like they should have been involved a little bit more. They kind of come and go, and I just don't know how well that sits with me. But overall, it's the story of how the night agent keeps the audience on its toes, keeps you guessing from beginning to end, and it does do a good job of kind of tying up some like loose storylines that happened in the beginning of the season. They do remember to kind of come back to that. Now, even though I absolutely adore the series, there is like one main issue that I have with the night agent, and that's really when it delves into like kind of like character decisions and really just convenient plot decisions that happen because of the characters. Like how I said with our assassins, I'm just like, I mean, if these are the assassins that you telling me they are, I felt like a lot of people would have been dead by episode 3. That's just my opinion, because we're dealing with the creme of the creme, the best of the best, okay? You got people in the Oval Office that are baddies, having people clean up their dirty work, and I just felt like, I mean, if these are the assassins that you say they are, and I'm sure they are getting paid a nice little salary, I felt like things would have been buttoned up a lot sooner. Also, too, I will say, there's just like dumb decisions that people make, because we are dealing with very highly intelligent people who are literally covering up government conspiracies. And I just feel like some of the character decisions, it just happened for the convenience of like, hey y'all, it's episode 3, but we got 10 episodes, so like, I need you to miss a couple of shots, okay? I need you to forget to tie up some plot holes so we can make it to 10 episodes. I mean, do I always agree with it? No. But am I mad at it? No, because overall for me, I really enjoyed The Night Agent. I think it's just a fun binge. If you like series that have action, that just have an interesting story, like a whodunit, you're trying to figure out who's the good person, who's the bad person, this is the story for you. I had a really great time. As soon as I hit play on that first episode, baby, I binged the entire series from beginning to end. And honestly, I ain't gonna lie to you, if they trying to keep it cute to Netflix, go ahead and give us a season 2 right now, please and thank you. But those are my thoughts. Like, what I would tell you to do with your time, binge it. Duh, y'all know I go to bed at 10 o'clock. So with the fact that I stayed up binging the entire series, like, into the wee hours of the morning, you know that this show has to have been good for me to do that, because I enjoy my sleep. But those are just my thoughts. That's just, in my humble opinion, how I felt about The Night Agent. Let me know what you thought of The Night Agent. Have you seen it? Would you say watch it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Do you have issues? Let me know in the comment section below, because I just like to hear everybody's ideas, okay? So those are my thoughts on The Night Agent. As always, my name is Sharonda from payorwait, and if you like what you saw today, make sure you hit the like button, hit subscribe, share this video with your friends, and make sure you hit that notification bell. And I love you guys 3000, and until I see you again,